old, broke. Well, that's not good. Seriously though, this is where millions and millions of people are headed if something doesn't change now. And that's why we created the Private Reserve Account, a simple way for mainstream Americans to secure their retirement, protect their loved ones, and fund their dreams along the way. Here's how it works. Imagine creating your own banking alternative. And not just some ordinary bank, but the ultimate bank. Think about that for a minute. If it's your bank, what benefits would you give yourself? It would be a bank where your savings account actually grows by being linked to stock market gains so you can benefit from those big rallies. And as your money grows, the gains are locked in, so no more of those scary drops. That's a win-win. You'd be able to access the growing value of your account anytime you want for any reason you have. No taxes, no qualifications, no questions asked. After all, it's your money. Oh, did we mention no taxes? And since it is your bank, you'd be earning the interest on the money you borrow from yourself while you pay yourself back. What? Let's keep going. You would have no early withdrawal penalties, unlimited contributions, and a college planning fund with no restrictions. When properly structured, your bank could pay off your mortgage in half the time, could provide living benefits for critical and terminal illness. And if something ever happened to you, your ultimate bank would be transferable to your heirs tax-free. Seems impossible, right? Nope. You just didn't know that the wealthy have been doing this for years. Now you're wondering, so why doesn't everyone open a private reserve account? Exactly. The real question is, why don't you? Contact your financial representative today to set up your private reserve account and help put a stop to America's retirement crisis. We're with you all the way.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Do you have a cable bill or a phone bill or any other monthly bill for things like internet or home security? Of course you do. Well, guess what? You're probably being overcharged, and you're not alone. Millions of Americans are overpaying on their monthly bills to the tune of $60 billion a year. What if you could pay less for the exact same services? No, really, no change. And then use that extra money for things that make your life better, like a family vacation, college tuition, or simply taking some me time. Sound too good to be true? It's not. You can put your savings on autopilot. We'll analyze your bills and negotiate on your behalf, so you won't pay any more than you should for the essential services you use every day. You don't pay unless we can save you money. When we lower your bills, we'll split the savings with you, and you'll get the same or better service than you have today for less money and no hassle. We know because we've already saved our customers millions of dollars on their essential services like mobile phone, internet, cable, and more. You send us your bills, we lower them. It's that simple. Stop overpaying today. Send us your bills. That's all it takes to start living your life better.
All right, guys, here we go again. Another Thursday night with MWR Financial. Normally, this would be the university setting, but I'm telling you, the past few weeks, we've gotten into some intense training on the new platforms that we rolled out. Tonight is no different. We're going to give you the tools that you need, and we're going to introduce a new tool tonight that you're going to find very exciting. But I'm telling you, a lot is happening with MWR Financial. The upcoming event in Atlanta at the end of May. Guys, get registered for that. If you haven't, there's going to be some information on that. There's a new campaign coming that you'll hear about tonight, but it is an exciting time in MWR. Guys, if it gets any better, honestly, I won't be able to stand it. This thing is hot. It's working. People across the country are gravitating toward this platform, and rightfully so. We've got something for them. No question about it. Listen, let's see who's joining us from what part of the country. Let's try to load up 50 states tonight. I know we can. I know we're actively involved in 50 states in the United States, and even Puerto Rico, as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands. So this thing is growing, and it's growing every day. There's Jerome Bell, Chicago, Illinois. Good to see you, sir. Guys, who else is out there? My good friend Dale out of Durham, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform. Who else we got? Shreveport, Louisiana. Yes, Johnson, way to go. Daryl Banks, Raleigh, North Carolina. Guys, who else is out there? There's Raleigh again, Miss Rhonda Robinson. Welcome to the platform. Let's keep it coming. All right, good deal. Ronald, my good friend, how are you, sir? And that's Atlanta. Renee, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else is out there? Let's load it up. Alicia Caballo out of New Jersey, welcome to the platform. All right, Richard, my good friend, College Park, Georgia, welcome to the platform, sir. Marvin McGee, Columbia, South Carolina, once again, welcome, sir. Who else is out there? Give me a few more. Miss Garner out of Sumter, South Carolina, welcome to the platform. Just one or two more, guys, and we'll transition over. There's a lot of information to cover tonight. Grab a pencil and paper. You're going to want to take some notes on this one. Miss Cooper out of Georgia, welcome to the platform. Miss Caldwell out of Maryland, welcome to the platform. Who else is there? Battle Creek, Michigan. Miss Howell, welcome to the platform. Ronald again out of Huntsville, Alabama, welcome to the platform, sir. All right, Richard Blackman out of Chicago, welcome to the platform. Mr. Baker, Somerville, South Carolina, welcome to the platform. Guys, give me a few more. Let's load it up. South Jersey, Ken Hayes, welcome to the platform. My good friend Randy Christensen, Greeley, Colorado. Had a chance to speak with Randy today. Good to see you, sir. Peakwave Arena, North Carolina. Miss McDavid, welcome to the platform. Miss Jones out of Fayetteville, Georgia. Miss Cassandra Wooten out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform. Miss Jenkins, Gary, Indiana. Guys, give me a few more in Wood Transition in Woodbridge, Virginia. Miss Marshall, welcome to the platform. Miss Patton, always a pleasure, ma'am. Birmingham, Alabama. Way to go. Herschel Gibbs, Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome to the platform, sir. Who else have we got out there, guys? Give me one or two more, and let's go ahead and get started. We're excited with the information that we're going to be bringing you tonight. It is an exciting time. Louisville, that's Texas. Diana, welcome to the platform. So, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Listen, it is a star-studded cast tonight that's going to unveil quite a bit for you tonight. Listen, with this time we've got left, send out those last-minute texts, make those last-minute phone calls. You want your team in front of this tonight to see and hear what all the excitement is about. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage none other than your good friend and my good friend, the CEO and founder of MWR Financial, Mr. Brian T. House.
Sorry about that, I thought Martina unmuted me, but I had to do that myself.
Talking. I can hear you. Way to go. Welcome to the platform, sir. Listen, hey, Brian, I tell you what, every time I think it's as good as it can get, I mean, something else comes up. You guys are behind the scenes working on different things that helps the field particularly, grow their business. And we're going to be introduced to some tools tonight that's going to help us even grow even further and faster. I'm excited about it. Once again, I've had a chance to see a sneak peek of it, and I think the field is going to be excited about what you're going to unveil tonight, sir.
Yeah, no, I do too, Gerald, and I'm excited as well. And I'm going to bring up somebody here in just a minute. We're going to talk about what everybody saw in the email and on the posts and everything else in regards to our Project 10,000, so they can get the details on that. But I got a little housekeeping I got to cover first, and that is, one, Gerald, you kind of alluded to it, but at the end of May 31st and June 1st, we have a big event coming up, our Let's Get Loud event that's going to be happening in Atlanta, Georgia. I will tell you guys, tickets are going fast. And it all has to do with what we're doing right now, Gerald, the simplicity of the messaging that we have out there, the upgrades to our system, the ease of just attracting people because of our 72-hour money challenge, where we're turning expenses back into income for people, which I can't think of a better time to do that, where our experts do all the work. It's just amazing. 7 8-minute presentations, not 30, 40-minute presentations now, where people are able to get enough information to make an educated decision because we back it by a guarantee. So there's no risk to them. They can't lose money with MWR. So all of these things are powerful, but I will tell you, growth is up. Customer enrollments are up. QMD, Quality Marketing Director enrollments is up. And something that I'm extremely excited, we haven't ran a win back program or done anything, but Gerald, I know you've experienced it. I know people on your team have experienced it. People throughout the company have experienced it. Because this message is out here, we're getting a lot of people that maybe saw the complexity of MWR before and thought, I love the program, but I just can't do that, because it looked like you had to be too smart to do it, or you had to, have this unbelievable knowledge of 18 different services that are included in your membership, because we went through so much. And, but we're seeing a lot of re-engagement, the reactivations. It's the highest I've ever seen. We've ran programs before as promotions, things like that, and people would reactivate, but never at the level that I'm seeing it right now. And I know I had a conversation with you with a leader that you had on your organization that I knew as well, that you had gotten involved with MWR, that we had the opportunity to talk to the other day, that saw our messaging and said, hey, looks like you guys have figured it out. You've simplified this thing. Me, I'm all about building with speed. And this is him talking when he's saying this. And he said, I'm ready to run with you guys. This looks like the hottest thing out there. And I think we got a winner. And so I was excited to hear that, not just from somebody that maybe liked the services, but a true builder, somebody that can build and that sees the advantage and the simplicity that we're offering. So, Gerald, I'm excited about all that.
Lots to be excited
and
about.
I know you may want to touch on that. What's been your? And I know I'm putting you on the spot, and we haven't rehearsed this, but what's been your experience on? I know you've got people that have called you, so.
I mean, it's been incredible. And a great majority of these people have reached out to me because they're seeing the chatter, they're hearing the chatter, they're seeing what's happening on social media. Everybody's posting this 72-hour money challenge, and they're like, what's going on? What am I missing? And then when we get them to kind of turn the corner and look at the simplicity of it all now, it's more attractive. I told you, I think the last time we were on a platform together, MWR for Now Financial is now sexy, my friend, and it's easy. So all that has sparked the interest of all those people that had laid dormant. And as you say, they love the program, but it was a bit too complicated maybe for them to kind of get their head around. But now, again, we've got it so anybody can do this, and that's the draw. And I'm telling you, my numbers are increasing every single day of those people who are coming back to the business. So let's continue to do that. It's exciting.
Yeah, no, I see it, Gerald, and I see what you guys have got going on. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for everybody. So with that, let's get to what we came here to talk about tonight, and then we're going to try not to keep everybody long, because what you're going to hear, you're literally getting a first mover advantage. You're literally getting information about something that's coming that allows you to position yourself right now before it even happens. And so, but to help me do this, Gerald, again, I appreciate you. Love you, man. And for all the intros and everything that you've done, and then just your leadership in general. I love you a bunch, man. So, but I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to bring up our president of MWR, and that is none other than Mr. Bill Andreoli. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, Brian? Long time no talk.
Exactly. So I think we've only probably talked about 5 times today already, but I'm excited, buddy, about what we're getting ready to introduce. And you kind of laid this out or kind of let it slip out, this Project 10,000 on our last Zoom, our last live that we were on. And I know everybody's been chomping at the bit saying, okay, what's coming March 18th? What's coming March 18th? And so we decided, instead of waiting till March 17th, the day before, we would give everybody a little bit of a head start and kind of tell them about it tonight. so that they can go ahead and position themselves or put themselves in even a better position when this starts. So you want to kind of roll that out for everybody?
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to. And before I get into that, the one thing you guys have said a lot of great things already, but right out of the gate, you talked about the growth of the company.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to everyone, congrats and kudos on the growth. I mean, enrollments are up, commissions are up. You can't have enrollments going up without commissions going up, right? So enrollments are up, commissions are up, excitement is up, duplication is up. And like Brian just said, reactivations are up, where all these people are calling their uplines or calling customer service and saying, hey, I'm watching what's happening on social media. I've watched a bunch of these shorter presentations. I now feel like I can do it. Let me plug in. And on that social media, speaking to all of you, because there's always, a couple hundred people on these and then hundreds of others that watch the replays. When it comes to social media, I mean, very much on purpose, we call this next event, Let's Get Loud, because we don't want to hear people saying anymore that MWR is the best kept secret. We don't want to be a secret anymore. We need the masses to plug into something that's so powerful as MWR. So, again, we don't want to be a secret. So when your downline or when your sideline, doesn't matter whether they're associated with you or not, if they're part of MWR, and all of you, that have been doing this for a minute, you can go back to the day and how nervous you were the first time maybe you did a video on social media. Maybe even the first time you put your picture and put a post up. It was a little bit nerve-wracking because you're not doing it. We need to celebrate each other all the way to the top. So when you see anyone, whether it's your part of your organization or not, if they put something about the 72-hour money challenge, that's helping your business too. See, this is a business. And when everyone wins, we all win. As other people win, we win. Everyone in the company doing well helps all of us because it puts MWR on the map. Okay, so when you see someone talking about the 72-hour challenge, putting their testimonial about the 72-hour money challenge, talking about an event they're having, a Zoom that they're having, a presentation they're doing, just because they're not in your organization doesn't mean don't like it. Like it. Comment on it, whatever it is, and show everyone that we're one team, one dream. We're not this team and this. Brian and I aren't hoping that just this team wins or just that team wins. We want everyone to win. So again, with social media, we're getting loud. We're going to go viral. And every one of those likes, every one of those comments is helping all of our businesses, not just the person that you like that particular moment, because guess what? When you put something up, you're going to want hundreds of people to like and comment too. So, I mean, be a do-it-first leader. When you see people put things up there, like them, comment, make everyone feel good, and let's celebrate each other. Any bit of success, and obviously getting $200, $800, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000, $2,100, okay, back in their pockets. Celebrate that. Even if you don't know the person, celebrate it, because that means our company changed someone else's life. And we got to make a big deal out of it. You're all leaders if you're on the Zoom. And guys, if we don't make a big deal about what we're doing, that's exactly what we'll get in return. Nobody will make a big deal. But if we all make a big deal, if we all speak this into existence, right, then we're all going to feel this movement that we're a part of, and we're going to change more people's lives. All righty. With that, Brian, that wasn't what you asked me about, but when you said it,
that's great, though. I'm glad you said that because it needed to be said. And we all need to be one band, one sound, one team, one dream. I mean, it's just we should all play team. It's the way this works. We're in network marketing, guys. It's the only business on the planet where you can actually root for people to win and you win with them. I love that. So, but go ahead, Bill.
100%. Okay, so let's talk about, there's an email has gone out last week. I talked about Project 10K, Project 10,000. So we're going to tell you what that is right now. And I'm going to read just so I don't miss anything, and then I'll come right back to you. Okay, so what we're doing, what we're announcing today, okay, is the Project 10,000. So level up with MWR's Project 10K. This 72-day. Now, guys, you obviously going to notice that we're playing with that number, 72-hour money challenge, 72-day. We're using that 72 everywhere we can. So level up with MWR's Project 10K. This 72-day all-out blitz is focused on helping 10,000 people or 10,000 families take the 72-hour money challenge, while MWR's leaders help you share the challenge every night at 7:20. See the 7-2 again? Every night at 7:20 p.m. from March 18th to May 28th, obviously in 2024, on MWR.Live. And guys, all you have to do, you do the invitations. You invite, our great leaders will present, and our experts will execute. They'll do all the work, and you get paid daily. So guys, simplify to multiply, right? That's what we've been talking about. That's the trainings we're talking about in 15 minutes or less. Now, you watched Martina do it in 4. You watched Andamo do it in 6. Okay, but in 15 minutes or less, because we'll probably bring a couple testimonials on there that'll share what the 72-hour money challenge did for them. In 15 minutes or less, the guests you invite will see how easy it is to take the challenge, how MWR guarantees their success. Guys, put an exclamation point behind that, because nobody else in the industry does that. How MWR guarantees their success and how they can get paid daily to refer others. But even more importantly, they'll see how simple our business is, and they will know that they can do it too, and hear from real people getting real results with real experts that did the work for them. And guys, inviting is easy. You know, you all know there's a couple different ways. Have you ever taken the 72-hour money challenge? You know, people, 99.9% of the people can go, what? What's the 72-hour money challenge? No, I haven't taken it. I don't know what it is, right? Or you're going to say, have you heard about the 72-hour money challenge? You're going to get the same response, right? No. What is it? So when they say no, what is it? It's where a company called MWR gives you a team of experts that guarantee to turn your expenses back into income for you. Again, we guarantee to turn your expenses back into income for you. And all of you leaders are on this live, you know that if we can't, the 0.001% of the people that for some reason we can't, or maybe they didn't upload their information, whatever the case is, if we can't, you know, we're going to give them their money back. Okay. And then you tell them, I took the challenge. Okay. And they put in whatever your number is. I took the challenge and they put $1,280.27 back in my pocket every month. Would you like me to have them do the same for you? That's a hard question to say no to. And guys, if you run across anyone that wouldn't like a guaranteed way to turn their expenses back into income, what we would tell you is run, and run as fast as you can away from that person, because there might be a few scruples missing up top. So, Brian, it's really that simple. 72 days. 72 days and something else. I mean, we'll get that script and everything out to you. I know that we've done it on other trainings. But the other thing that's going to happen in 72 days, everyone in the company, Brian, is going to watch this presentation. They're going to see how simple yet powerful this messaging is. That we have all of this substance. We have all of these great services that can change people's lives. But we can share the presentation with you in less than 10 minutes. And we can bring a couple testimonials so you see some real people with these real results that they got from the experts who did all the work for them. And even with a couple testimonials, this is going to be 10 to 12 minutes max. You're going to have a great leader presenting, and all you have to do is become a good inviter. Just get people in front. Hey, I mean, how hard is it for me to say, hey, Brian, we've been friends for a while. Was our friendship worth 15 minutes? I just need you to hear something. You're not going to believe this. And you just do that over. I don't care whether you do that the night before, the morning of, or you do it 3 minutes before it starts, because it's only 15 minutes. You're not asking them, hey, can you get a babysitter? You're not saying, hey, I got this hour-long presentation. It's 10 to 12 minutes of their time to find out something that we can put money in their pockets. We can change their lives. So I'm really, really excited about this, Brian. I know you are too. And what else is going to happen is this is not going to be a question from anybody in MWR. I don't get it. After those 72 days, how do we present? Really? We just showed you 72 days in a row how you present. There'll be no question on how do we do this, because you're going to watch the greatest leaders in MWR do it every single night for 72 hours straight. And guys, wherever you want to be, this ends, what was it, Brian? I think the 28th of May, right?
28th, yep.
And a couple days later, we're in Atlanta. You have 72 days where you can duplicate like crazy, you can grow like crazy, you can rank up like crazy, so you can hit that next rank before the Atlanta event, the Let's Get Loud event, or you can maybe even hit a rank, in April and hit another rank in May. You got plenty of time to go up a rank or two, walk across that stage in front of all your MWR family and show them that you took this serious when the 72-hour money challenge came out. And when we did this 72-day blitz, you really became a good inviter. You put people in front of the information. You let everyone else do the work for you. And you leveraged this 72-day blitz with the 72-hour money challenge. And that would be my advice to everyone who's on this Zoom and everyone who's going to watch the replay and everyone who, all of you, are going to make sure watch this presentation later. Brian, I'll turn it back to you.
No, but Bill, I appreciate that. And that was awesome. And guys, everything Bill said there before he went into some more detail on it, that's all coming out in an email and a post that you guys are going to see. Everybody on your team's going to see that. And it's all broken down into every piece that he just talked about. Leveling up with MWR's Project 10,000, simplify to multiply, 15-minute or less presentations with, our leaders doing it for you, basically. And then how simple it is to invite, how inviting is easy. The script, what he just said, is on the email for every single person. So if they don't have the words, we just gave them the words. And it's that easy. And I'll tell you, I don't know if she's available, but we had somebody that was going to be on here tonight. And I'm going to say, I hope she's able to get up, but it's Sonia Howard and Martina. Yes, she's able to be here. We were having some technical difficulties backstage before we started. She was actually going to do intros and jump up, but
hopefully we can hear her.
Yes. Can you speak, Sonia?
No, we can't hear you.
You're muted.
Martina, is she muted?
She's muted. Yeah, not on our end. It's on her end. She's muted. I'm just glad you got to see her beautiful face. But yeah, we can't hear you, Sonia. So matter of fact, hold on a second. Here, I'm going to can't unmute. Okay, there you go. Now try it. We can't hear you. So we're going to have you back on. Okay, I promise you. But I'm gonna tell something about you while you're here, and just keep her up here a second, Martina. But Sonia, since we've introduced the 72-hour money challenge, she's been using it. I don't know if you guys are friends with her on Facebook. I'm seeing posts constantly about 72-hour money challenge. I know she's got some serious goals, but she went to an event in Atlanta with her team down there that they do, which is called Game Changer. So I'm going to mention that. But she went to this event. When she came out of that event and really understood everything we were doing about the 72-hour money challenge, she started implementing it. Well, that's been a week ago. In the last week, Sonia has personally enrolled one new QMD. In addition to that, and it may be more now, I haven't looked, Sonia, but in addition to that, what I'm really excited about is she's had 2 team members that have ranked to executive director. Okay. So I love it when we see that kind of duplication happening. It's one thing if you're out working and excited about the business. It's another thing when your team sees the simplicity in it and they get out working the business. And so I just want to commend Sonia. And Sonia, I promise you, we're going to have you back up. But I appreciate you making the effort to get on here. And I wish they could have heard from you, because I know you would have done a much better job explaining it. But we're just proud of you and appreciate you a bunch. And thank you. All right. Good deal. All right. Well, Bill, that's good stuff. I hate having to speak her words for her, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, I guess. But what you were talking about and stuff, I'm going to bring up somebody else, but I'm going to say this before I do. Guys, this 72 days that we're talking about will really allow you to be able to condense time frames. If you get serious about this and you, like Bill said, you get good at inviting and you plug people into this, and now you're not just leveraging our experts who do the work for the people you refer anyway, you're now leveraging leadership. Okay. So really, when he says all you got to do is become a good inviter, he's not kidding, because everything else is just being done for you. Okay. Not that it's hard for you to do it yourself, because between now and Monday, when this starts, you've got time. You've got time. And I can tell you this, everybody thinks when you say things like this, Bill, that it's like, oh, well, they're just trying to push us. Yeah, we're trying to push it for your own good. We're trying to push you. That's what our job is. We want to help you go from where you are now to where you want to be. And sometimes you need a little push in order to make that happen. You need somebody that believes you can do it. And maybe you don't believe you can do it, but we do, because we're seeing it. We're seeing people that have had no success in this business that are now having success in this business because of this messaging. But having this extra 4 days is huge, because you don't want to go into the 72-hour challenge or 72 days all by yourself. You don't want to do that. And we're going to show you something here in a minute. We're going to show you a calculator that I'm going to bring up our managing partner, Andamo Tolson. And matter of fact, Martina, can you bring him up real quick?
And Brian, while you're bringing him up, I got a couple comments to what you just said too.
Okay, great. But I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, Dom, I know you're going to show something here in just a second, and I want to get your feedback on what we're talking about as well, and maybe some marching orders from all of us. I think we all have our own little style of what we want to see people do for themselves. But I'm telling you, this first mover advantage, this additional 4 days, going into this 72 days, not by yourself. Start inviting now. Start sharing now. Use the tools if you're not a great presenter. Plug them into the leaders that you have that are great presenters. Make sure, all you got to do is read our presentation, our one-on-one presentation. You can literally read it on a Zoom. You can read it, one-on-one with somebody. It's that easy, and it delivers the information that needs to be delivered for somebody to be able to make an educated decision. So you can start now. You don't have to wait until Monday to start. And I recommend you don't. Okay. But for those of you that already have a team as well, if they're not on this live, I would make sure they absolutely check their email. They know exactly what's going on. I would have a team call. I would do whatever I had to get this out, because what you can accomplish in the next 72 days or during this 72 days is literally as much as you could accomplish in a year, condensed down to 72 days with the leverage that you have of our leaders and our experts doing the work for you. Okay. So that excites me, but I brought Dom up here and I'm rambling, but Bill, I know you had something you wanted to add real quick, and then I want to get Dom's feedback as well.
Okay. So real quickly, a couple of things I would say is, for anyone that's been in MWR for months, years, whatever it might be, when's the last time you worked your MWR business for 72 days in a row? All right. You now have that opportunity. So imagine if you can get at least one guest. Again, I like to use conservative numbers. Imagine if you can use one guest, okay, on every night at 7:20. Imagine if your whole job all day long is to get one person on that presentation, that 72-hour money challenge presentation for 72 days. Just get one person. And what I also want to say is, if you're wondering, if you don't already know, if you haven't already figured it out, if you're wondering whether people will be interested, the answer is yes. They will be interested. Now, I've been doing Zooms with Brian and Andamo and others, all last week, a little bit, all this week, a little bit last week, okay? And we're talking to, friends and family and people like that, but we're also talking to some big hitters. We're talking to people that are used to making millions of dollars, and we didn't have to act really smart to get them. They don't know how to do an instant pay raise. They don't know how to restore their credit. We didn't tell them how the debt elimination works. They know nothing, just like I know nothing. I actually do know a little bit, but I want you to think I know nothing. Okay, because that's the better way to work this program, is to not be the expert. When you're wasting time being the expert, everyone else is building a business and making money. So yes, it does work. And yes, even $1 million earners are interested. And you're going to see some names popping into this place that they're going to amaze you. And that it gets me really, really excited, because when top leaders see it, they understand the masses are going to see it. And that's why they want to be a part of it. So that's one thing I want to say to you. Two, who wouldn't be interested? I mean, when you really think about it, I shared this with Brian, I think this morning or last night or whenever. We talked so much I can't remember. But I shared this with Brian. It's this membership fee, it's optional. The membership fee is optional. What do I mean by that? We're the only company that's going to pay you to use our services. We're the only company that's going to pay you to take the 72-hour money challenge. Guys, if we're telling everybody that if you plug into the 72-hour money challenge, we're going to put more money in your pockets than what the membership costs, then we're actually paying you to use the services. Because we're going to give you $2, $4, $8, $1,000, $1,200, $2,100, whatever, back in your pocket, right? So really, are you spending $149? I don't think so. And I would trade $149 for $200 every month. Never mind $149 for $2,000 every month. Plus, you get all the free experts. Plus, you get all these services. Plus, you have everything else that we give access to, right? And it's not costing you a dime. So really, we're paying you to use the services. We're paying you to take the 72-hour challenge. And once that really sinks in, you'll understand that all we need to do is plug the masses in, because why wouldn't someone do this? And then this company probably, I don't know of any other company. I don't think Brian or Andamo know any other company that, one's basically paying people to use the services, but two, has such a high retention rate. Because again, if it's costing you $149, go in any other product company, any product company in the world, and they say it's $149 for this. Well, guess what? They're not putting any extra money in your pocket. The only way to put any extra money in your pocket in any other company is by building the business. And guess what? We have that too. We have that in spades, and our compensation plan kicks their compensation plan butt. But also we have, before you even tell a soul about MWR, you can make money with the membership. And guess what? If you're getting $1,200 back, $1,500 back, $2,000 back, you think you might tell somebody? And when you tell somebody, all you have to do is tell somebody, open your mouth, stop being a secret agent, share with them. And then if you want to, you can do the presentation that you watched Martina and Andamo read the words. That's all they did, read the words. So you can do that too. But even if you don't want to read the words, because you're a little nervous, you haven't done this before, there's 72 days coming up where you can leverage the leaders in this company for 72 days straight and just invite people to watch the presentation. And why would they say no? And like Brian said in the script that I read, if someone does not want to turn their expenses back into income and put more money in their pockets than what the membership costs, then run, and run as fast as you can. So yes, I'm very excited about what's happening, and I'll turn it back over to Brian and Andamo.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say this real quick, because, and then I want to hear Dom, but I'm going to, at the end of that, Bill, when we talked about just run, okay, I did something funny this morning, and I'm not going to say the word, but I kind of filled in something before we put this out there, and I put why would you run? And then after it, I said, because we can fix your money, but we can't fix, and you can fill in the blank. Okay. I'm not going to say it. It was meant to be humorous. And so
it rhymes with Cupid.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say it. Okay. But we can't fix that. Okay.
So you're saying it's similar to being, are you saying it's similar to being double dumb?
Yeah. Something like that, Dom. Exactly. So, but I'm excited when I hear Bill talk. I know, Dom, you do too. I'm smiling from ear to ear, because when I just hear his passion about what we're talking about. But I want to point out something real quick too. Guys, this 72 days, it doesn't just require your guests to be on here. It requires all of us to participate in this. Because again, like Bill said with social media, we're helping each other, okay? And the goal is for us, for every live to be bigger than the last one. And I want this picture painted in your head. You get a guest on, all right, on Monday. And Monday or Tuesday, they talk to a few people, or Monday night after they're done, they talk to a few people. And now they have a few guests on Tuesday, and they're on, and you're on, okay? And then somebody that, or two or three or more maybe, that they introduced are now on the next live. with their guests. And those people are on with their guest on the next one. And those people are on with their guest on the next one. I hope you can understand the compounding effect that can be created. When I say condensing timeframes, most people go, well, I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you do this correctly and you get started early, you can take advantage of growth happening all the way through. You guys are already here. New people that get in on the 69th day, they're going to have 3 days left to participate in that, which is still great, okay? But you have 72 days to take advantage of that. 72 days that you can introduce somebody on the first day that's introducing people on the second day, and they're introducing people on the third day, and this thing could be massive by the time we're done. But even if you don't have a guest, even if your guest doesn't show up, I'm going to recommend you do. Because I will tell you, there are other people in MWR that may be in that same boat that are going to be showing up for you. And we can't talk about this being one team, one dream, one band, one sound if we're not willing to support each other. Again, regardless of what team you're on. Doesn't matter, okay? We're all in this together. We all want to see each other win. And if you want to create the momentum that it takes with this company for your organization to explode just because of Bill's favorite word, FOMO, the FOMO that's happening out there, believe me, when they see the masses coming into this, there's some additional benefits that are going to happen to you that we'll mention later, because with numbers in MWR comes some things that we're able to do that will benefit you. But when people see all that excitement and energy on social media, the new growth that's happening, so many of you that are ranking up, we just had 4 new 3-star executive directors pop, 5. Actually, I just got a message from our top income earner, Brian Bean, that another one popped. So there's 3 or 5 3-star executive directors that just popped with MWR. I'm excited about that because that shows growth, that shows excitement. But I can't emphasize how important it is for you to be a participant in the process.
Brian, don't recommend to people to get on.
Yes.
A guest.
Yeah.
This is your business.
Right.
Yes.
So let's use common sense, business 101. You wouldn't want to bring guests to a presentation where there's 3 people on the Zoom, right? So don't just show up because you have a guest. Show up for everyone's guest. Show up, make some noise, get loud, do all the above. I mean, what I would do is most of us are walking around with our phones in our hands at all times. Set an alarm for 7:15 because it's 7:20 every single night. Set an alarm for 7:15. Now, if you didn't already invite someone, guess what? You got 5 minutes to invite someone. But even if you did invite someone, it's a reminder for you, with or without your guests, to at least log in and get your name heard. At least log in and show all your leaders, okay? You're a do-it-first leader. You want to show your entire organization that you're there, that you think enough of the 72-day, 72-hour money challenge that you showed up. Because, guys, it's really difficult to tell other people to show up when you're not showing up. So be a do-it-first leader. Set the alarm, show up. It's a whopping 10 minutes of your day, and then you can move forward. But, guys, we'd love it if you show up. For all, we'd love you even more if you show up with guests. Because, obviously, we want to do whatever we can do to help you explode your organization, and that's why we put this 72-day blitz together to begin with. All right, Brian, I think it's Andamo's turn.
Yeah, it is. We've hauled the whole show.
No, if this was a mic, I would just drop it because Bill, you said it all, Brian. I don't need to add anything. Really, it's all been said. I would just tell you this: for those that are brand new and they just got started, what I love about what Bill just articulated, what Brian has talked about, you could be the power of one. It's just you right now. So you're inviting, and you get to, instead of you, normally it would be just me talking to someone, and that I can be excited, but it's not as exciting as if I had hundreds of family members all like cheering, and they're there, and the person sees that this is really big. So you, that person that just got started, you get to ask a very simple phrase. Have you heard of the 72-hour money challenge, or have you taken the 72-hour money challenge yet? Simple as that. What is it? Hey, let me get you on this call. If it's close to the call, that 5 minutes, that's why I like that, what you said about setting the alarm, because now I have 5 minutes. I'll instead of me talking about it, hey, there's something about to happen at 7:20. It's about the 72, that 72 money challenge. It's going to explain everything to you, and it'll be done, and they'll be done and off the phone in 15 minutes. So let's get on that. They get on the call. They see all these people putting stuff in the comments and commenting that they're there and they're excited about it. And it would happen for me. And this has happened for me. And it put this much money back into my pocket. And they see all that going. That person is now super excited. They join you. And guess what they understand to do immediately? Because they hear this is going to keep going. They now are going to bring some people onto the call just like you are. And now you're both doing the same thing, and you can get there and, wow, this is crazy. This is great. And here's what I love about it the most. They say you do something for 21 days, consecutive days, it becomes a habit. Yes. Some of you will be working your business, and it'll be a habit to work your business every day. And that's a very good thing in this simplistic world that MWR is, that has now made it sexy, made it fun. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that say they're having fun doing this. It's like simple. They haven't had anybody reject them. They're waiting for, none of that is happening because people, as you heard, as Bill articulated, as Brian has articulated, they just go, well, wait a minute, if they guarantee my success, they're going to put more money than the membership costs. Okay, let me try. Yeah, I want to try it. At the worst case, the most skeptical person says, okay, I'll try it. They may not say, okay, I'm ready to go. They may say, okay, I'll try it. Well, that's all we need them to do. Once they try it, they upload their information in that 72 hours. That's their part of the challenge. Then our part of the challenge is to then get more money back into their pockets with the membership costs. It's done. So this is exciting. There's some habits that are going to happen where people are going to say, it's fun to build my business every day. It's like having a McDonald's, but most people have it closed almost every day and maybe open it for a couple hours a week. Now you're going to have a situation where it's like, okay, it's open every day and this is a lot of fun and we're attracting a lot of people. And we are literally going to see some people come across that stage that not only ranked up 1 or 2, that's going to happen, sometimes even 3 ranks, but you're going to see people who were sitting there going, you know what, I was praying for something this year. And I'm not saying they're broke or they're tight or anything like that. They could be doing fine, but they go, you know what, I've been working this, or my spouse has been working on the job, and just for all these years commuting, doing all this stuff, I really, I have a strong desire to help to get them off their job this year. And some of you are going to be able to do exactly that. What you prayed for, it will happen because you got consistent on a simple message that resonates for everybody. They get attracted and the money just flows. So I'm excited about all of that. Speaking of flowing money, Brian, I think you have something to show us. Tell us.
And I was debating on that, but I think we should. Okay. And guys, we showed you something on the last live that we were on that Mike Randolph created. So, and I will tell you, he helped mainly do all this because I am definitely not smart enough to figure out Excel calculations like Mike is. But he put together, and we were going to roll out. And I want to apologize. I told you guys, hey, this will be up in the back office tomorrow. And then we realized some people don't have Excel. And so we want to create a web version of this. And then when we got into that, it was like, you know what? I think we can do something a little different and it may be better. And then, so we created another calculator. Okay. And this calculator, we wanted to just give you an example of something. And I'm going to give you the philosophy behind it real quick. Matter of fact, I got to make sure I share my screen in Andamo, but I don't want to take a lot of time on this. We've been on here long enough, but you guys have got to see this. Okay. You got to see this. All right. But
there's 2 philosophies. I just want to make sure there's 2 different functions on when you use this calculator.
Yeah. I agree. Guys, we're showing you, for example purposes tonight, of what would happen if you just really got after it with this 72 days. Okay. We're going to talk about that. And I'm going to zero these things out. Dom, can you see my screen?
Well, it's now, yeah, it's better now. It was small before, but now I can see it a little better.
Okay.
If you can make it a little bigger, it would be great.
Let me do that. How about this? Well, maybe I can make it bigger. It's not letting me.
It's good. We can see it, Brian.
We're going to see it. Yeah, we're good enough. That's okay, Brian. We're good enough. We're good enough.
Right there.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm just going to move it up like this. You don't need to see all the wording at the top. But what this calculator does, I'm going to give you an example. If you're talking to somebody and you're asking them, hey, fill in the blank. If I could make $6,000 a month, okay, and or we'll say they said $6,000 when they fill in the blank, that would, totally change my life. And so with this calculator, you can just plug in 6,000. And if you look at the right, it tells you how many members are needed in your organization in order to make that happen. Okay. So
and Brian, for new people, when you say members, that's customers and that's QMDs, correct?
That's both. And if you'll look at the table down here, you'll see QMDs, those are members. Customers, those are members. Combined, you have your total members in your organization. Okay. So you're absolutely right. I'm glad you said that, Bill. Now, the other thing is that for example purposes, you can use this to actually build that scenario. Like you could ask somebody, how many people do you think that would, be interested in getting paid daily to share this challenge with others? And they say, oh my gosh, everybody. Well, let's just say you knew 10. Okay. And each of us, you've got to have a minimum of 3 personally enrolled QMDs, but we all have to have at least one outside customer besides ourselves in order to qualify as well. So let's just say you introduced 10 people that got excited. They ended up getting involved as QMDs. They want to be able to share this challenge with other people, and you got your one outside customer. Well, if you had a 50% duplication rate with that, you put in 10 and one customer, and you had a 50% duplication rate, you realize if that duplicated through your organization with every level doing 50% of what the level above them did, every level doing 50%, you had 10 personals on your first level. Well, if your second level averaged 50% of that, it would be each one of those, it would be 5 per QMD. That would be 50 people on your second level. But they all had to get their one outside customer. So that's 50 more members. That's a total of 111 members on just your second level if you had a 50% duplication factor. Now, I know some of you are saying, yeah, but 50%, that just seems like a big number. Well, what would happen if you had 30% duplication? You're still at $3,000 a month with this thing duplicating out, with everybody doing 30% of what the level above them did, meaning the percentage of growth is shrinking on each level below you. Now, I don't think that's a normal scenario. I don't think it should shrink on every level, because over time, each of those levels should get bigger. But I'm just giving you the perspective of what you could do in a very, very short period of time. I'm telling you, some of you that go after this, you could literally be looking at walking across stage at our Let's Get Loud event and getting your millionaire residual income ring because you're making $9,000 a month in residual income. I believe it with every fiber in my being. I believe that can happen, but it takes your participation. You got to commit to it. You got to be willing to put in the time. Now, with that, Dom, I know you've got some scenarios, and I'm more than willing to run through it. But what were you wanting to do? I know you gave an example, and maybe you want to go over it of sure, if somebody just got one.
Right.
Person.
I think if you went out and you could take the monthly income out, if you take that out of the top,
Yeah,
And this
let's
is
not
just-
confuse people with that.
Yeah.
So
So
that's,
with that, okay.
Yep.
So if you literally went out and said in this 72-hour challenge, or 72-day over 72 days with the 72-hour money challenge, and if you said, if I was able to bring one person in a week,
that would be 10.
that's 4 a month. That's 4 in a month. Over the 10 weeks, I would have brought in what, 12 people?
No, it's 10. No.
It's 10? Oh, okay.
72 days. If you bought
Oh,
in,
it's 10 weeks, right? If I brought in
Yeah.
one person a week. Okay,
10
right.
weeks,
It's
one a
10
week.
weeks. Okay. And so then I would go at the 30%, because if everyone, first of all, I know I'm going to get 50 or more in terms of duplication if everyone's doing it. But if I just take just conservative numbers, 30% of the people do what I do. They want it as much as I do, and they don't want it as much as I do, I should say. So they're doing a little less. That's where it ended up. Brian showed you that earlier. If someone said, you know what, I want to go out and get to 2-star myself directly, I'm going to make a commitment. During this next 72 days, I will put in a minimum of 12 people. That takes me to 2-star on my own, and then we're going to help those people grow. And with 12, putting that same number, it's amazing how much that changes. Just put 12 as personally enrolled, Brian.
I got you, bud. 12. Okay.
Look at that. Now I've just created a situation where I could literally have, and it tells you I'll have 223 members. I'm at $4,500 a day in daily residual income, and I'm picking up leadership infinity bonuses of $50 every time someone joins the business. So now every time I personally enroll someone, I'm making $100, and every time they enroll someone, I'm going to make anywhere between $10 and $50 for every person that comes in my organization.
Through unlimited levels.
Through unlimited levels. So when you start looking at that, I go, wow, going forward, if I then said people got excited and because now they see the simplicity of it after a couple of weeks or after this 72 hours, now my organization is growing at a 50% rate. Brian, go back to 50 and just watch what happens, because they're all realizing they're keeping it simple. Look what happened. Oh my goodness. I'm doing $30,000 a month before I get out of the year. Before my year is done, or 12 months later, I'm literally at a 5-star regional making $1,000 per day, getting $30,000 a month residually, but I'm making $150 every time I personally enroll someone, and I'm making somewhere between 10 and $100 and $10 and $100. So if I took the average, said I made $50 for every person that came in, well, we were at 300 something. Now we're at 1,900. Let's just call 1,000. I made another $30, or say $50 on 1,000 people. I made another $5,000 on top, or $50,000, I should say, on top of that, right? Is my math right?
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Andamo and Brian, you guys, you're doing these conservative numbers, which I love that we're doing conservative. I just think that the leaders that are listening to this, I don't think they're conservative. I think they want this. I think they want this bad. So if you went back to, and if you can't do this, say you can't do it, and Bill start butting in. But if you can do it, let's show it. The personally enrolled QMDs, bring that back to 10.
Right.
Okay.
Now that's 1 a week over these next 10 weeks that we have this 72-day blitz, right? With the 72-hour money challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have that personally enrolled customer. The team duplication factor, I think, should be at 100%. Why? Because I think everyone should be able to bring in one person a week. Right? So that'd be 100%. Now, will there be someone that won't bring in one a week? Yeah, but there's going to be someone else that's going to bring in 3. So I think we could do that. Now, but guys, just look at the numbers here. I mean, this is where we really, the calculator can't even handle it.
It can't. You've maxed out daily guarantee and your leadership bonuses.
This is very, very conservative.
Right.
One person a week. If you're inviting people 7 days a week, because it's every day, the 72-day blitz. If you're inviting a person, at least one guest every day, don't you think you're at least going to get one? Because I think you're going to get 3 or 4 or 5. If you leverage the tools, leverage the leadership, leverage the Zooms, leverage everything. And then those people do the same thing because they're going to duplicate what you're doing. That's how this works. That's how network marketing works. And if everyone just got one, and then they brought one, and the new people brought one, the new people brought one, and you had some serious duplication happening, And like I said, if Joe over here doesn't bring in one, but Susie over here brings in 3, you're still going to hit the numbers. And you can see in month, I mean, if you look at level 2 and 3 and you call that month 2, month 3, month 4, I mean, these are ridiculous amounts of money that you can get paid just by referring the 72-hour money challenge, letting the experts do the work. Guys, you can do all the rest of the math if you want to say, well, what if, I don't get, I don't get one every week, or they don't get one every week. Guys, we're just showing you what's possible here. And I truly think, other companies wouldn't be as conservative saying 1 a week. They throw out some big numbers. This company pays so well that you can go as conservative as 1 person a week and see these unbelievable numbers. And what I say to that, I can tell you guys, I used to struggle a little bit, especially when I started making money in network marketing. When I first started, and you're getting a $50 check and $100 check, and then you start making checks with commas in them. It's exciting. Then I'm starting to make $10,000 and $20,000 and $50,000 a month, and then I'm going over 6 figures a month. And 6 figures a month is exciting. Okay, it's really exciting when you haven't even spent the money from the last 3 months, and another check comes in. Okay, for those amounts of money, and even then, with 100 or 120 or whatever coming in a month, you start feeling like, man, do I deserve this? Did I work that hard that they're sending me this money? In the beginning, you're like, man, I'm busting my butt and they're not giving me anything. And then all of a sudden, you're like, man, I'm making all this money because all this consistent duplication happened. Now I'm making all this money. And I almost have this guilty feeling. But guys, take the guilty feeling and throw it out the window. Because if you're watching the news, and I don't even watch the news, but I get notifications of news on my phone all day long, and you see the contracts that these ball players are getting for throwing a baseball, throwing a football, or doing whatever sport they're doing, and they're being offered $100 million contract for 3 years, $180 million. I mean, they're just crazy numbers. What are you to feel guilty about? If you go out there and change people's lives, I believe that you deserve to get paid, and get paid handsomely for doing that. If you get rich because you help change other people's lives, I see nothing wrong with that at all. And guys, I want to see so many of you win, because you have the most powerful opportunity and compensation plan on the planet. And all we need to do is open our mouth and share it. And then, once they plug in, this company has got the strongest retention rate, because we're putting money in people's pockets. Whatever it is that you want to make, if those numbers just blew you out of the water, you're like, Bill's throwing these giant numbers. Guys, I don't care if you want to make $5,000, $10,000. I don't care if you want to make $1,000 a month. Whatever your number is, just know that you can create it. You can achieve it here at MWR.
Wow.
Again, drop the mic, Bill.
Enough said. Enough said.
I know I would be going for it like you can't believe. Going for it.
Wow. Well, listen, guys, I'm excited, and I will tell you what we just showed there. I will tell you with what we were doing, and Bill, I don't want to close after your close, but I can say this: the way we were doing things before this 72-hour money challenge, before everything has been done to simplify this, I would have never felt confident saying that I felt like you could duplicate at a rate of 30%. I wouldn't have said that, because I know what the results were. I know the complexity was keeping some of you from being able to even hit that 30% duplication mark. And the only thing that kept you in the game, and the only thing that allowed you to be able to continue growing, was the retention. That was it. That's the only reason some of you are still here. It was a slow growth, slow build, but because you weren't spinning plates like you do with so many opportunities, not that they're all bad, there's great opportunities out there, but so many opportunities, you put 4 people in this month, you're replacing 3 of them next month. We don't have that issue here because of what Bill's talking about. But I can tell you this is built for speed. Now, it is built for speed. It is built to duplicate fast, and we're going to retain people on top of that. Guys, it's the sky's the limit, but it's all up to you to get it started. You cannot expect to have a huge organization through osmosis. You've got to get 1, you got to get 2, 3, 4, 5. Whether you do it slow or fast, that's up to you. But I will tell you this, the faster you do it, the faster it's going to grow, because the speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. All right. So with that, I appreciate you guys. Bill, thank you so much. Dom, thank you. Congratulations again to Sonia. Gerald, you were awesome as always. But guys, let's get after it. Let's go have some fun with this thing. It is fun now. This is fun. This is not hard work and drudgery. This is something you should be excited about running out and telling people every single day, because all you can do is help them. You can't hurt them. So with that said, guys, have a great night. Let's have a great rest of the week. And I can't wait to get started on Monday. See you guys.
Go out there, make it happen, guys.
Yes.
Night,
See you.
everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome to MWR's 72-Hour Money Challenge. The fastest and easiest way to put more of your hard-earned money
Metro,
back in
getting
your
new iPhone
pockets
12 with 5G.
instead of giving it away
Take
to the
amazing
government,
pictures and
banks,
share.
and big business. Think about it. Regardless of how much money we make, we all have one thing in common: expenses. For most Americans, almost 95% of our income goes to pay taxes, monthly debt payments, and our normal day-to-day bills. But not anymore. Thanks to MWR, you can now have a team of experts, just like the wealthy, that will turn your expenses back into income for you. Here's how it works. Our 72-Hour Money Challenge provides you with exclusive access to a team of financial experts who will reduce your taxes, lower your monthly bills, eliminate your debts, and enhance your credit scores, all at the same time. Our experts do all the work, and we guarantee your success. You heard me right. If we can't put more money back in your pockets every month than what our membership costs, we will give you a full refund. In other words, you can't lose with MWR. This simple, proven, no-risk-to-use system has already helped tens of thousands of our members put hundreds and even thousands of dollars back in their pockets within 72 hours or less, and you could be next. With that said, time is money, and every minute you waste could be costing you money you will never get back. All you need to do is accept this challenge today, let our experts go to work for you, and enjoy having more money to do the things you love. It's that easy.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Sonia Howard, and I live in El Paso, Texas. I am in the nursing administration field, and I have accepted the MWR 72-Hour Money Challenge. And I'm super, super excited to let you know that the experts have brought back $1,156 back to my household. So that in return helped me to purchase land in Antelope Valley, California. So that is truly buying power for me. And also the experts was able to increase my credit score from 798 to 832, and I earned 4 figures a month. So I admonish you to take the MWR 72-Hour Challenge. Money Challenge.